Hi, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Ida. I'm a registered dietitian. We're supposed to have a presentation on nutrition tips in shelter in place, but because of the low attendance, I have to do my recording here. So I hope to share information here. So let's see, I'm gonna share my screen. Okay, so this is nutrition tips during shelter in place. First, we can talk about some potential nutrition problems. First, we may eat less because generally there's lack of food. We just don't want to go out for food shopping because of safety concern. And senior centers are closed. Congregated meal service have been paused. But now I think some of them resume like food delivery service. No mood for cooking. They worry about their family members. They staying home, just generally no mood to cook. Not enough people around, so they don't want to cook, or they just want to make something simple, or even skip the meals. Or rather, they're sick at home, so there's no energy to cook, and they have poor appetite. On the other hand, people may eat too much. Maybe we feel bored, wish we are locked at home, nothing to do, so we walk in the kitchen more, open the fridge, found something to eat, open the cabinet and found cookies. So we have increased food exposure. And we are bored, we tend to think of food, so we will eat more. And we're bored, we may watch TV, and while people like to snack in front of TV, so that's also adds some calories. Or they feel stressed. Some people will crave for food when stressed. I understand during this time there's a lot of stress going on. Maybe they know they don't have any job, they lose their job, they're on unemployment, they are struggling for paying rent and other like daily expenses, so they're stressed, or they stress over their own health, their loved one's health. So, when we're stressed, we tend to eat more. And when some people like to cook, so when they stay home, they have more time to practice cooking skills. So they want to try out like deep frying, they want to try out baking a cake. So that's also adds some calories. And they have more time to spend dinner with family or lunch with family. And studies found that if we eat together as a family or we eat in a group setting, we tend to eat more. The next problem is not enough sunlight exposure. That's very obvious because we just stay indoor, no sunlight. And that's how we may have vitamin D deficiency. We know we get vitamin D from the sunshine on skin, the skin produces vitamin D. And also not enough exercise. We're not active, so we become this one, the couch potato. But if we just watch TV or sitting down too much, we just having negative energy output. So we talked about the potential nutrition problems, so let's talk about nutrition tips. For eating less, we could try to stock up food like nuts, low-fat cheeses, yogurt, whole grain crackers, pretzels, hummus, and fruits and vegetables. Those are high in protein, low in fat, and also high in fiber. Look out for food delivery services. I know there's some Meals on Wheels and food pantry around the countries, so you can look out for these services. You may try to cook something easy or make cooking enjoyable for yourself. Just to eat something simple is better than not eating at all, especially if you have diabetes, you have sugar concern, you need to eat every 3 to 4 hours to maintain the sugar level. If you skip a meal, the sugar level could drop. You may faint. That's very dangerous. That's called hypoglycemia. It's just not good for your body. So you have to eat throughout the day, every 3 to 4 hours. Even a piece of fruit, slice of bread, that's good enough. Seek help from neighbors or relatives when you are sick. For eating less, you can also buy food that are not easily spoiled, like the frozen food. Frozen food are better than canned food because they are often picked at their ripest, last several months in the freezer, and don't have any salt or preservatives. For canned food, they usually have salt and preservatives. If you have to use canned food, you want to look at, you can look for no salt added. But be careful, if even they said no salt added, it doesn't mean there's no salt at all. Just no added salt. So sodium could still be in the canned food. And you want to rinse them with water before cooking because the sodium is all around the food. So you may want to rinse it out with water. Next, you may want to get fruit that lasts longer, like oranges, apples, and pears. Ground turkey, chicken breast, and different cuts of fish are a good source of lean protein and can be stored in the freezer. So these are some protein food choices you can do that could store for a longer time. Now, for eating too much, you can practice portion control. So how to practice portion control? First of all, you don't want to eat directly from food packages because when you eat from food packages, you just don't know how much you're eating. So a tip is to portion out food on plates before eating. So you want to, pour out cereals on a bowl. You want to put out like 3 cookies on a plate, and that's all you're gonna. And you tell yourself that's all you're gonna eat, so you're not overeating. Avoid emotional eating. Do something else besides eating. When you're bored, don't just think of food. Okay, you can maybe writing, reading, or just play with kids. Do something other than eating. If you have a sweet tooth, find alternative ways to satisfy it. So instead of getting some very sweet cereal, you can choose cereal high in fiber, like the Fiber One that contains more fiber. If you crave for chocolate, you can choose the dark chocolate. You can pick up 60% or higher dark chocolate instead of milk chocolate, because dark chocolate has lower in calories versus the milk chocolate is higher in calories because the fat content is higher. And if you have trouble controlling portions, then you better just get rid of the unhealthy snack, food, beverages from your home. Just don't buy them, okay? Do not eat in front of TV. Studies found that people eat more in front of TV. Reason? Because you're just eating, constantly eating and eating. There's no control. So you want to separate food from TV or screen time. Develop a hobby. So keep you busy so you won't look out for food. Hobby like drawing, writing, just do something else. For not enough sunlight, obviously you want to go out and get more sunlight. You can go to the porch, you can go to backyard. But you may have to open some window for sunlight, because if you close the window, the UV light can get in. Without UV light, our skin cannot produce vitamin D, so it's important to open up the window. Or you can even go for a car ride. I'm not talking about public transportation. It's just to stay in your own car, wearing a mask, and expose your skin to get enough sunlight. For not enough exercise, you can do some housework, sweeping the floor, cleaning the floor, dishes, just move around. That's considered exercise. Child care, taking care of kids. Or you can even turn on YouTube channel for exercise demonstration. I have a link here So this is one of the example. We can just search like senior exercise at home. Here 20 minutes exercise for seniors. So you can click on it, it's 20 minutes. See, you can sit down, you can stand up and try to follow the move. That's a very good way to exercise. I sometimes will follow it too. You can also consider some supplements, but there's no supplement or medicine is found to be effective towards COVID-19. So there's nothing cure COVID-19 yet. But you can try to supplement vitamin A, vitamin C, vitamin E, zinc, and selenium for it to boost the immune system. So what food contain vitamin A? Those yellow and red vegetables, carrots, red pepper, pumpkin, sweet potato. So those has a lot of vitamin A. Vitamin C, like fresh fruits and vegetables. Remember, it has to be fresh. And vitamin C is not heat stable, so you shouldn't cook fresh fruits and vegetables for too long. No more than 10 minutes, I would say. Vitamin E, like nuts and seed. Peanut, cashew, almonds, those have a lot of vitamin E. Avocado has a lot of vitamin E. Zinc, we don't usually have zinc deficiency because there's this very, you can find zinc in many food sources like rice, vegetables, meats. Some people said garlic also help to boost immune system. Ginger can also boost immune system. Drinking a lot of water will help to boost immune system as well. But that's the most important is to keep a balanced diet. What's considered a balanced diet? For breakfast, lunch, and dinner, we should have protein, carb, carbohydrate, and vegetables. Protein, what is protein? Like fish, meat, seafood, beans, nuts, and seeds, those are protein. Carb, like pasta, rice, noodle, bread, oatmeal, cereal. Vegetables, try to focus on the green leafy vegetables like broccoli, spinach, cucumber, lettuce, rather than potato, sweet potato. Those are starchy vegetables. Dairy for breakfast, snack, and night. For seniors, we need to have about 2 to 3 cups of milk a day. 1 cup is about 8 ounces. So I usually recommend to have a cup of milk in the morning and a cup of milk before bedtime. Or you can substitute 1 cup of milk with yogurt during snack time. Fruit for snack, because fruit is higher in sugar, so I recommend to use it as snack. Snack means between main meals, like between breakfast and lunch, between lunch and dinner, so that's considered snack. And drink enough water and enough fluid intake. We need about 6 to 8 cups of water a day. Or fluid, you can drink soup instead of water, that's totally fine. It's not just water, but we need about 6 to 8 cups of water. And we also want to practice food safety. We have to wash hands before preparing food. We have to probably store food in the refrigerator. Now, as we go out for the food shopping, we tend to buy more because we want to limit the frequency that we are outside. So we tend to have more food in the refrigerator, so you have to properly store food. Cold and reheat food to proper temperature. We will talk more about that in a minute. So this is hand washing technique with soap and water. I'm sure everyone knows how to wash hands. Be sure to use warm water with soap. And you have to rub your hand between your fingers, the back of your hand, your palm, rub. For how long? Here is that 40 to 60 seconds, so about a minute. People said you can sing the song of Happy Birthday, the whole song. So that's about 40 to 60 seconds. Now this picture shows how to store food in the refrigerator. For the upper shelves, you can store food that don't need cooking, like deli meat and leftovers. The lower or middle shelves, you want to put dairy, such as milk, cheese, yogurt, butter. The bottom shelf is the coldest part of the fridge. You can store raw meat, fish. Okay, so the raw things should be stored at the bottom to limit contamination. And from the refrigerator, there should be some drawers. So in the drawer, we usually keep our vegetables and fruits. For the door, the refrigerator door is the warmest area of the fridge. And it should be food that are susceptible to temperature fluctuation, like condiments, jams, and juice. And then this picture shows the proper heating and temperature. You see the danger zone here? If your food is in danger zone, it shouldn't be exceeded more than 2 hours. It shouldn't stay out within this temperature zone more than 2 hours. If it has to be left outside for more than 2 hours, you have to either refrigerate it or reheat your food. So let's see. Here, poultry, stuffing, and leftovers should be the highest temperature. It's 165 degrees Fahrenheit or 74 degrees Celsius. Egg dishes, ground meat should be 160 Fahrenheit. Beef, pork, lamb, veal, roast, steak, chops has to be 145 degrees Fahrenheit. Ham fully cooked to reheat is about 140 degrees Fahrenheit. Next one is to sleep well. Now people staying at home, they may watch a lot of TV, a lot of movies, so they don't want to sleep. But avoid sleeping late because the biological clock can help us to maintain a good appetite. And it's good for the liver because if you sleep too late, the liver will have to detoxify your body. So that increases the liver's burden. The other tips is to think positive. Do things that you like or things that you can never have a chance to do before shelter-in-place order. For example, I have a 2-year-old son, so now I could stay home taking care of my 2-year-old son, which I could never have done it before, and be a cooking mom. And I just don't like to stay home. I like to go outside, I like to go outdoor. But now I'm staying home and I found the beauty of home because now I know staying at home is actually very comfortable. And also negative thoughts can bring out diseases like cancer and diabetes. So negative thoughts, no good for our body. Don't worry, be happy. COVID-19 is a pandemic that everyone worried so much, but it will be past. Just don't worry. Keep moving. Thank you very much for your kind attention. I hope this information is helpful to you all. Thank you.